Beneath our feet lies a story the world rarely tells. A continent layered with unimaginable wells, gold veins that stretch through the belly of the land, diamonds compressed by time in nature's own hand, oil reserves buried deep in the delta's embrace, cocoa plantations feeding sweetness worldwide at a pace, Coltan and cobalt powering devices we use, yet the people extracting it are the ones who lose. A farmer in Ghana grows cocoa with care, but chocolate profits he doesn't share. A miner in Congo digs deep underground, but wealth from the minerals is nowhere around. Tell me how this makes sense in a world so aware that those closest to value have the least to declare. The hands that produce are the ones that lack, while the system ensures the wealth never comes back. This is no coincidence, it's pattern design, a structure perfected over decades of time, where Africa supplies and the raw refines, and profit accumulates far from our lines. Let's break it down to the flow of the chain, from extraction to market, from method to gain. We export the raw, unprocessed, untouched, and import it back refined at a cost that is much. Cocoa leaves Ghana at minimal price, returns as chocolate at 10 times the slice. Crude oil shipped out with no load control, then fuel imported to power the whole. This is not trade in its balanced form, it's a system where one side remains deformed. Value addition happens far from our reach, while we remain stuck at the lowest speech. They call it globalization, free market exchange, but the structure beneath it remains unchanged. A hierarchy built on who controls the chain, an Africa position to constantly sustain the industries of others, the growth of the rest, while our own development fails the test, not for lack of effort or lack of desire, but because we were placed at the base of the fire. Fuller would say, don't blame the land, don't blame the people, don't misunderstand. Look at the system, how it's arranged, cause that's where the real power is framed. Wealth is not just what you hold in your hand, it's how resources move across the land. It's logistics, structure, the network, the flow. It's who controls what and who gets to grow. So if Africa's rich but the people feel poor, then something is wrong at the system's core. It's not about scarcity, that argument fades. It's about how value is captured and made. We've been trained to believe we are lacking inside, but the truth is our systems were never designed to keep wealth circulating within our own space, but to extract and remove it at a global pace. That's the illusion we must break apart, the mindset shift that begins in the heart, to see that the problem is not what we own, but how the system has been overthrown. Now imagine a shift, not just in thought, but in systems redesigned from lessons we've caught, where cocoa is processed within our own land, where African brands rise and take a stand, where oil becomes fuel refined at home, where industries grow no longer alone, where minerals mined are turned into tech, and value creation is something we protect. This is not fantasy, this is design. A restructuring of economic lines, from export dependency to local strength, building value chains at every length, from farmer to factory, from mine to machine, keeping the wealth where it's always been seen, circulating value within our own sphere. That's how true development appears. So the problem was never that we lacked wealth, it was the system that limited our collective health. And once we redesign how value is kept, we rise as a continent no longer oppressed. Rich soil for people, the story we tell, but look a little deeper and you'll see it as well. It's not about lack, it's how the system is built, a structure with balance, inherited guilt. We mine, we grow, we produce and we give, but the wealth disappears while we struggle to live. Until we redesign how the value is kept, we remain in a cycle the system has set. But the moment we shift, reclaiming control, we transform the land into power and gold, not just in resources but systems aligned. That's how we build wealth for all of mankind. Africa is not poor, Africa is one of the richest regions on earth. The real question is not what we have, but who controls how what we have is used. And once we answer that, we begin to change everything.